In the previous two samples, we saw that how we can use the view and the controller. We also saw a simple sample of how we can pass the data by using view data from the controller to the view. Now, when we talk about MVC in totality, or when we talk about MVC as a complete thing, there is one more important entity which we have yet not touched, and that is the model. So what we'll do in this video is we'll create a simple model. At the end of the day, model is nothing but a class. So we'll create a simple class called as customer. We'll create that object of the class in the controller, and we'll flourish that customer object with some data, and that data we will display on the view. So in this lab, we will see a simple sample of model using the MVC template. So in order to understand the model well, what we'll do is we'll create a simple controller, a simple view, and we'll create a class called as customer class, which will have the customer ID property, a customer code property, and amount property. Then this model, this customer class, right, we will create an object in the controller, we'll flourish it with some data, and then we'll pass this object to the view, and in the view we will display the values of the object. So in other words, whatever values we have flourished in the controller, we'll display it on the view, that is our ASPX page. So let's do the simple sample. Create a customer class, create the object on the controller, flourish it with some dummy data, pass it to the view, and display the same. So let's open our Visual Studio. Let's go to the new project. Let's take up the MVC empty web application, ASP.NET MVC empty web application template, and let's give a nice name to this, MVC customer. Okay, and let's press OK. So the MVC template has created all the necessary structure to create a project. So the first step, what we'll do is let's go ahead and create our customer class. Okay, so let's start from the bottom. So add new item. Let's select the class and let's say customer.cs. So this is our model, and let's create three properties in this customer class. One is the ID, the other one is a customer code, and the last one is amount. So here's the ID property with a simple integer data type. The next one is the customer code property, which is a string, and the final one is a simple amount property with a double. We have put the double so that we can also capture the decimals. So we are done with creating a simple customer class, a customer model with ID, customer code, and amount. Let's compile this project so that everything is fine, looks fine. Now the next step is basically to go and add a controller, and that controller would create the object of this customer class, flourish it with some data, and pass it to the view. So let's go ahead and create a new action by using a controller. So let's go and add a controller, and let's give a name to this controller, load customer and display. Okay, so anybody who calls load customer and display would create a customer object and pass it to a view, where we can display the data which is provided in the object. So let me go and do an add here. So that's our controller which is created, load customer and display. So let's first go and import the model. So the model is currently located in MVC customer.models. So let's first go and import this namespace here. So using MVC models, and let's go ahead and create the customer class here. So customer, the object of the customer. So obj customer is equal to new customer, and let's flourish it with some data. So obj customer dot ID is equal to something 1001. I'll give okay, obj customer dot customer code is equal to, let me give it as C001, and obj customer dot customer some amount is equal to, I'll just give as 900.78 something. So what we have done is we have created the controller, right? And in the action of the controller, we are creating the customer object, and this customer object we would like to pass to a view, and we would like to display the customer object in the view. So let's go ahead and add a view. So click on the index function, add view. Let's keep the view name as it is, index. And now this view, we need to associate it with the model. So in order to associate the view with the model, you can see that there is something called as a create a strongly typed view. So we would like to create a strong type view so that we can access the customer object easily. So let's check this, create a strong type view, and once we check the create a strong type view, we can go and select the customer class and map this customer class to this view. So what will happen is we can easily access the object inside this view. And we'll go and unselect this select master page. We don't want to inherit from a master page as such at this moment. And let's say add. So here's a view. So let's go ahead and start displaying the customer object data in this view. So we'll say the customer ID is percentage equal to display. Now in order to access the object over here in the view, we have to type model dot. So if you see, we have got a strongly typed object here, and we can access the object as well as the property values. So let's tab here. So the customer ID is model.id. Let's put a BR tag so that in the same way, let's display customer name. So sorry, customer code. I'm sorry, customer code dot customer code. Same way, customer amount. So that's the complete display we have. So let's just go and build this. Great. Now one more thing which we have not done is in the controller, when we are invoking the view, we are not passing this object over here. So let's go and ensure that we pass the object here. So you can see that basically in the view we can pass the object model. So I'll say when I invoke this view, please pass the object here. So we went ahead and we created the load customer and display action. We created the customer object in the controller, and this object is passed to the view, and then inside the view we are displaying the values using the model object. So everything is set and ready. So let's build this whole solution and let's run it. So let's do a control F5 here. So there's our application running, and this error is but obvious because we have yet not invoked the action. So let me just copy this load and customer display action, and let me just paste it on the browser and let me run it. So you can see that basically the object which was created in the controller is now displayed on the view. So just if you want to see step by step how this has been invoked, let's go and put a debug point on the controller. Okay, and let's run this in a F5 mode. So yes, I want to debug, and that's my browser which is running, and that's the error. So let's call the load and customer display. So you can see that the time I invoke the action, it has gone into the debug point. So the first thing is it will go and create the customer object, and it will flourish this data what we have passed in the controller. So if you go and add this obj customer to the debug point, so let me just go and select the obj customer, add watch. So you can see that basically the obj customer is filled up with this 3 data, and now this filled customer object will be passed to the view. So let's do F11. So now the view will start running. So we'll go into the debug point in the debug mode of the view. So there's our ASPX page, and you can see that the first one is model.id. So if you do a quick watch here, let's go and see the complete model. So if you do a quick watch, reevaluate, you can see all the data here, and F5, and that's our actual display completely. So we hope that you have enjoyed this video. In this video we saw that how should we create a model and how can that model be displayed on the view. Now definitely in actual projects, right, the model will not be flourished the way we have flourished it in a hard-coded way, right? It will be flourished by some UI. That means it will be flourished via text boxes, buttons and combo boxes, etc. So in the coming up video, right, what we will do is we'll create a simple screen, where we can go and enter customer ID, customer code and amount, and there will be a submit button, and when you click on the submit button, the customer object will be flourished, and then we will display the customer object in a different screen. Okay, so in the coming up video we will see that how we can create a simple input screen using the MVC template. Thanks a lot.